Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, the spiritual guide of mankind. The first Guru, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, until the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, lived in the physical form. They glorified humanity with the message of living a simple, honest life, universal communion and true life. To continue this message and show the simplest and right path for humanity as a beacon, they established the 11th Guru, Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, as the final and the true Guru for the rest of eternity. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji does not belong to any one race or nation. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji was the first spiritual guide to lead this concept and voice that all are equal and that there is only one God. Guru Nanak stated that if all are born from one, how can there be a difference between people? How can one be above or below in status, good or bad? Babaji shared the universal teaching through Gurbani.
अवल अल्लाह नूर उपाया कुदरत के सब बंदे एक नूर ते सब जग उपजया कौन भले को मंदे.
First Allah created the light, then by His creative power He made all mortal beings. From the one light the entire universe welled up. So, who is good and who is bad? The same Jyot, light, is illuminating in all of us. So, how can there be a difference between us? When we all have the same life force, so how can we be different? Maharaj Ji tells us in Gurbani,
सब मह जोत जोत है सोए तिस दे चानन सब मह चानन होए.
amongst all is the light, you are that light. By this illumination, that light is radiant within all. The origin of the whole universe is the same. All are born out of one. One and the same gives life to all. All humanity is the children of Maharaj Ji.
तू सांझा साहिब बाप हमारा.
You are the universal Father of all, O my Lord and Master.
एक पिता एकस के हम बारक तू मेरा गुरहाई.
The one God is our Father. We are the children of the one God. You are our Guru. You are our common Lord and Master. It is our duty to love the whole of humanity without any discrimination. Let us take part in spreading Maharaj Ji's message of love and sharing all over the world. The time has come for this to happen. The words of Maharaj Ji are,
सुनी अरदास स्वामी मेरे सर्ब कला बन आई प्रगट पाई सगले जुग अंतर गुरु नानक की वड्याई.
My Lord and Master has heard my prayer and all my affairs have been resolved. The glorious greatness of Guru Nanak is manifest throughout all the ages. Bandagi, a devotional worship.
पौड़ी हे अच्युत हे पार ब्रह्म अविनाशी अघनाश हे पूर्ण हे सर्ब में दुख पंजन गुणतास.
O immovable Lord, O Supreme God, imperishable destroyer of sins, O perfect, all-pervading Lord, destroyer of pain, treasure of virtue.
हे संगी हे निरंकार हे निर्गुण सब टेक हे गोबिंद हे गुण निधान, जाके सदा विवेक।
O companion, formless, absolute Lord, support of all. O Lord of the universe, treasure of excellence with clear eternal understanding.
हे अपरंपर हर हरे, है भी होवन हार, हे संतै के सदा संग, निधारा आधार।
Most remote of the remote, Lord God, you are, you were, and you shall always be. O constant companion of the saints, you are the support of the unsupported.
हे ठाकुर हो दासरो, मैं निर्गुण गुण नहीं कोय, नानक दीजै नाम दान, राखो हिय परोय।
O my Lord and Master, I am your slave, I am worthless, I have no worth at all. Nanak, grant me the gift of your name, Lord, that I may string it and keep it within my heart.
श्लोक। गुरुदेव माता, गुरुदेव पिता, गुरुदेव स्वामी परमेश्वरा।
The Divine Guru is our mother, the Divine Guru is our father, the Divine Guru is our Lord and Master, the Transcendent Lord.
गुरुदेव सखा अज्ञान पंजन, गुरुदेव बंधप सहोदरा।
The Divine Guru is my companion, the destroyer of ignorance. The Divine Guru is my relative and brother.
गुरुदेव दाता हर नाम उपदेशै, गुरुदेव मंत निरोधरा।
The Divine Guru is the giver, the teacher of the Lord's name. The Divine Guru is the mantra which never fails.
गुरुदेव शांत सत बुद्ध मूरत, गुरुदेव पारस परस्परा।
The Divine Guru is the image of peace, truth and wisdom. The Divine Guru is the philosopher's stone. Touching it, one is transformed.
गुरुदेव तीरथ अमृत सरोवर, गुरु ज्ञान मजन अपरंपरा।
The Divine Guru is the sacred shrine of pilgrimage and the pool of divine nectar. Bathing in the Guru's wisdom, one experiences the infinite.
गुरुदेव करता सब पाप हरता, गुरुदेव पतित पवित्र करा।
The Divine Guru is the creator and the destroyer of all sins. The Divine Guru is the purifier of sinners.
गुरुदेव आद जुगाद जुग जुग, गुरुदेव मंत हर जप उधरा।
The Divine Guru existed in the very beginning, throughout the ages, in each and every age. The Divine Guru is the mantra of the Lord's name. Chanting it, one is saved.
गुरुदेव संगत प्रभ मेल कर कृपा, हम मूड पापी जित लग तरा।
O God, please be merciful to me, that I may be with the Divine Guru. I am a foolish sinner, but holding on to him, I'll be carried across.
गुरुदेव सतगुर पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर, गुरुदेव नानक हर नमस्कारा।
The Divine Guru is the true Guru, the Supreme Lord God, the Transcendent Lord. Nanak, bow in humble reverence to the Lord, the Divine Guru. A devotional worship. Journey of Pai Sahib, Jarnail Singh Ji and Bibi Pritam Kaur Ji Taliwal, village Jalwana, now living in Surrey, BC, Canada. Pai Jarnail Singh Ji was born in the house of Father Sardar Harnam Singh Ji and Mother Gurdev Kaur Ji on July 12, 1944. in village Jalwana, district Sangrur, Punjab. His mother was a very pure soul with a beautiful and simple personality. He passed 10th grade from Government High School, Lohatbadi, in 1962. He joined the Air Force on January 3, 1963. He married Bibi Pritam Kaur Ji, daughter of late Bibi Hardev Kaur and late Sardar Naranjan Singh Garewal, on July 2, 1965 in village Ballowal, district Ludhiana. They had 3 children, a daughter and 2 sons. He left the army on December 6, 1969 and came to Canada. He worked at Alcan Aluminum in Kitimat, BC, Canada from April 6, 1970 to August 31, 1975. This job was very difficult and his health was deteriorating. The doctor advised him to quit his job if he wanted to survive. While working, he passed a welding course and then he got a job at Railwest in Squamish, BC as a welder. He worked there from September 8, 1975 to August 24, 1977. Then he worked as a heavy-duty icebreaker and in a paper mill from September 1977 to September 1978. On October 11, 1978, he joined BC Rail in Squamish as a welder. He bought a home in Squamish and started living there. At that time, he had no knowledge of meditation or a focus on God. He used to drink a lot after coming home from work and then sleep. One day in August 1979, he ate meat and felt a repulsion towards eating meat. When he went to work and remained distressed for 4 hours, then a voice came. "Why are you getting distressed? Leave it." Jarnail Singh stated, "I gave up eating meat forever." In the morning, an omelette was prepared by my wife for breakfast, but I didn't eat it. I told my wife to stop preparing meat and omelette. One night in September 1979, I was so drunk and was asleep on the carpet in the living room when Guru Nanak Sahib Ji came out of the picture in the living room and said, "Leave this habit now. We have some other work to do." On December 31st, 1979, I stopped alcohol and eating meat. Building the Gurdwara Sahib. The Singhs working at the BC Rail were talking about building a Gurdwara Sahib. They also formed a committee. They had also talked to the city office to get land to build Gurdwara Sahib. In the meantime, a dispute arose within the management of the Gurdwara committee before it was built. One day when they were talking, I heard and said, "This is not that difficult to do. Give me the papers." They gave me the papers because I had a message from Guru Nanak Sahib Ji to build a Gurdwara Sahib. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji ordered me to work as a committee member only, but not be an office bearer in the committee. I accompanied the current members of the committee and went from house to house. At that time, there were 107 Sikh families in Squamish. We went to all those houses and requested them to sign for consent. All signed the document except 4 families who refused to sign. Then a meeting was called in a hall and all the members of the old committees were invited. At the start of the meeting, the old committee resigned, and the president of the old committee requested to form a new committee. A 7-member committee was formed. I was asked to work as a vice president, but I refused to take this position, and then they elected me as a member without any designation. After the formation of the committee, a constitution was prepared and the society was registered under the name of Squamish Sikh Society. We started looking for a piece of land, and then we liked a land parcel whose owner lived in Kamloops. We went there and finalized a deal for $55,000 with him. Afterwards, $500 were raised as funds from each family, which in total were collected to $48,000. We took a loan of $7,000. Everyone was very enthusiastic about building Gurdwara Sahib. We hired an architect for drawing, and once complete, the construction work of Gurdwara Sahib started in 1980. We went to other cities and collected $60,000 for Gurdwara Sahib. In 1982, the building of Gurdwara Sahib was completed. It took 2 years. For some reason, I didn't want to be the member of the committee. One day I requested Guru Nanak Sahib Ji to give me some other service and take me out of the committee. Maharaj Ji ordered me to work for 3 months more. After some time, an election was to be held to form a new committee. When the committee meeting was held, I did not go to that meeting because I did not want to be a member of the committee. They chose another man in my place. Blessings of Amrit. These great men among Panch Pyaras made a Sikh Bhai Jarnail Singh drink Amrit. Left Sant Ajmer Singh 25/10/1952. Right Sant Baba Ram Singh 3rd December 1955 to 16th December 2000. At the house of my friend Bhai Sikandar Singh Ji, Sant Sadhu Singh Ji of Nanak Sarkalera, who came to Ross Street Gurdwara Sahib in Vancouver, BC, I was invited for a meal. Bhai Sikandar Singh's car broke down. He took me along with him to get Sant Sadhu Singh Ji from Vancouver. There was the Kirtan of Asa Diwar. After the Kirtan was over, Babaji went to take a bath. We came out and Bhai Sikandar Singh Ji had gone to his relatives to get a car, and I was waiting outside the Gurdwara. Bhai Sikandar Singh did not return for a long time. Sant Ji came out. I spread a clean sheet on the car seat and brought the car, parked it in front of Sant Ji, and opened the door. The saints approached the car, looked at me and said, "Bhai brother, where are you?" I said, "Babaji, it is per his will and wish." Sant Ji told Bhai, "It's as per your previous deeds." After saying this, Sant Ji sat in the front seat and followers, Pingams, sat in the back seat of my car. By that time, Bhai Sikandar Singh Ji also came with a car. The rest of the followers, Pingams, sat in his car, and we left for Squamish. On the 2-hour journey, Babaji did not utter a single word and continued to meditate with his rosary. I parked the car in front of Bhai Sikandar Singh's house and opened the door. Babaji got out of the car and asked me, "Bhai, you didn't take us to your house?" I requested Babaji to give darshan, meet the Sangat here and then set foot in our house too. Santji got out of the car and went inside Bhai Sikandar Singh's house. I went home. In preparation for Babaji's darshan, we had no idea what to do. We asked Bhai Sikandar Singh Ji's wife, and she told us to take milk and almonds and offer them to Babaji. We brought milk and almonds from the store, came home, spread the sheet on the floor for the Sangat, and made other preparations. Babaji and the Sangat, who came from Vancouver, were given milk. We were innocent and had no idea how to serve the saints. On the drive back to Vancouver, Santji sat with the Sangat of Vancouver, and Bingham sat with me. When we reached North Vancouver, I thought Santji had come with me and left with someone else. The thought had just formed when the car in which Santji was sitting broke down. Santji then sat in my car again. We reached Ross Street, Gurdwara Sahib. When Santji started going inside, he told a Singh to not let the driver go and take him to the room. We'll come back soon. When Santji came, he gave me prasad of 5 apples and told me to go home and eat it. I returned home happily. All 5 of us in the family ate 1 apple each, which we got as prasad. Then an elderly lady came to our house and asked, had we given a gift to Santji when they gave darshan at our house? We said we didn't know, so we didn't give anything. She asked, "You should have offered something like money, clothes, or a blanket." We bought a blanket and went to Vancouver to meet Santji and presented the blanket. Santji gave us blessings of prasad and we came back home. One day we wanted to visit Santji, so we visited Vancouver again. Babaji stated that Amrit Sanchar is to be performed on 19th of May and we should take Amrit. We agreed to their wishes and returned home. We went to Vancouver on May 19, 1980, got baptized and became disciples of Guruji. One day in January 1980, I visited the house of Bhai Niranjan Singh Sandhu. His wife and children had gone to India to educate the children there. He told me he has a small size form of Guru Granth Sahib Ji and have everything required to take care of it and asked me to take it, but I refused. Despite repeated insistence, I did not say yes. I said I never read the Guru Granth Sahib Ji and I don't know how to do service, seva, so I cannot do this. My friend started telling me that this is a very easy task. Empty a room, clean it, prepare it and place the Prakash Sarup, holy book of Maharaj Ji, there. Make deg, prasad, bow down, offer $25 and do pray, ardas, and start part, prasad, by reciting Gurbani. After preparing at home, we made a seat for Maharaj Ji. We brought the form of Maharaj Ji home, prepared the cauldron of prasad, bowed down and offered $25 and started the recitation with prayer. Our ardas to Maharaj Ji, I'm starting to recite Gurbani. Please assist us through your grace. We continued to serve as we were told. As the part Gurbani recitation progressed, we had reached at Ang, page 466. When I went to the room in the morning, there was a lot of light. Then after taking the hukam, order of Maharaj Ji, I realized that Maharaj Ji wanted me to do something. But I did not want to do it, because it was out of my reach and I didn't have the courage. Then the same hukam came and the same realization came to me. I still didn't want to do it. A thought came to me that I'm alone. There should be 5 individuals for prayer. I put on Rumala Sahib, head covering, and came out. I woke my wife and children, prepared the cauldron of prasad, and came to the room, prayed, and took hukam. The 3rd time the same hukam was revealed and the same was realized. Then I realized that I must do as per the wish of Maharaj Ji. I told my wife, do seva of Chaur Sahib. I'll do ardas, pray to Maharaj Ji. Standing in front of Maharaj Ji, Guru Granth Sahib Ji, I prayed for 101 part in prayer. I also prayed that it is hard to do. May I never stop and may I always stay connected to the One. By the grace of Maharaj Ji, one part after another started. Full prayers of Akhand Path started to expedite the parts along with the different types of parts such as Saptah Path, Sampat Path, Tuk Tuk, Sampat Path, Shabad and Sampat Path. Akhand Path and Sahaj Path was started continuously, which are still going on one after another with His grace. The number of which is as under: Saptah Path 4, Sampat Path Tuk Tuk 2, Sampat Path Shabad Shabad 11, Akhand Path 40, Sahaj Path 103. In April 1981, when there was recitation of 5 Akhand Path, one after another, when the 3rd Akhand Path was about to be completed, then Sant Baba Harnam Singh Ji from Rampur Kheda Sahib came to the house of Bhai Sikandar Singh Ji. I went to his house and requested Babaji to complete the recitation, Bhog, of Akhand Path Sahib. Bhai Sikandar Singh Ji told me that Babaji is resting. I didn't have time, so I came back home. When I got up from completing my portion of the prayer at 4 a.m. in the morning, I prayed in front of Maharaj Ji that I wanted Babaji to complete Bhog of Akhand Path Sahib. At 7 a.m. in the morning, Babaji told Bhai Sikandar Singh Ji that I must go to the house where Akhand Path is happening. Sant Ji came to our home and completed Akhand Path Bhog. After the completion, we took Babaji to a room to serve tea and water. After having milk, Babaji asked me to call my wife. I brought Pritam Kaur Ji in front of Babaji. Babaji told us the method of serving Guru Granth Sahib Ji and said, the service of Maharaj Ji is to serve Guru Nanak Sahib Ji by knowing him to be present. Then Babaji told the story of a family from Calcutta and how they used to serve Maharaj Ji by considering the presence of Guru Nanak Sahib Ji. Babaji also said, recite the Bani knowing the presence of Maharaj Ji. We continued to serve according to the instructions given by Sant Ji. One day in March 1982, when we both went to Maharaj Ji's room, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji was sitting at the place of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We were very happy to see Maharaj Ji. They told us that we worked for as long as we were in the physical body. Then we gave the Gaddi, seat, to Bhai Lehna Ji. We then preached through other gurus. Now we preach through the sadhus. Then Maharaj Ji took the form of Sant Baba Sujan Singh Ji Grewal and stated, they are now in guiding and preaching in this form, and ordered us to go to them to serve them. Maharaj Ji then faded away. We searched for Bhai Sujan Singh Ji and found out that Babaji is serving as a preacher, Granthi Singh, at Gurdwara Sahib, New Westminster. We came to New Westminster to meet Babaji. Then we came to know that Babaji has gone to Punjab. We returned home. May 1982, Babaji told Pritam Kaur in a dream that they have returned and to come and see them. We came to New Westminster to meet Babaji in May 1982 and took 5 mangoes along and went to Gurdwara Sahib. We came to know that Babaji had gone home. The house was near, so we went home to meet Babaji. Babaji was sitting in a chair and there was a table in front of them. We placed the mangoes on the table and bowed to Babaji. There were chairs in front of Babaji and they gestured us to sit down. I sat in the chair and Pritam Kaur sat down on the floor. I felt that I'd made a mistake and I should have sat down on the floor. Babaji asked, "Bhai, how is it that you're here?" We requested him to bless us with Naam. Babaji said that you have taken Amrit. You've got Naam at that time. The Guru Mantar given by the Guru's 5 beloveds is the Naam. Babaji told us many stories and a lot of time, and quite some time passed. We felt as Babaji was delaying something. By that time, 3 persons came to meet Babaji. I gave them a chair and sat down on the floor. Babaji talked to them for some time and they left. I again requested Babaji, whether we are good or bad, please have mercy on us. Then Babaji got up from his chair, washed his hands and took us into a room. Babaji explained the method of Naam to Pritam Kaur and I and blessed us with 1 mango each in prasad. We wished Babaji farewell and came back home. When we reached home, we went to Maharaj Ji's room and prayed that we have been blessed with Naam. We don't know anything. Please keep on giving us the strength and inspiration to continue to walk on this path. This was the hukum Guru Granth Sahib Ji blessed us after doing prayer.
श्लोक महला तीजा सज्जन मिले सज्जना जिन सतगुर नाल प्यार मिल प्रीतम तिनी त्याया सच्चा प्रेम प्यार.
The friends who love the true Guru meet with the Lord, the true friend. Meeting their beloved, they meditate on the true Lord with love and affection.
मन ही ते मन मान्या गुर के शब्द अपार ए सज्जन मिले ना बिछड़े जे आप मिले करतार.
Their minds are appeased by their own minds through the incomparable word of the Guru's Shabad. These friends are united and will not be separated again. They have been united by the Creator Lord Himself.
इकना दर्शन की प्रतीत न आया शब्द न करे विचार विछड़िया का क्या विछड़े जिना दूजे पाए प्यार.
Some do not believe in the blessed vision of the Guru's darshan. They do not contemplate the Shabad. The separated ones are in love with duality. What more separation can they suffer?
मनमुख सेती दोस्ती थोड़िया दिन चार इस प्रीति टुटदी विलम ना हो गई इत दोस्ती चलन विकार.
Friendship with the self-willed manmukhs lasts only for a few short days. This friendship is broken in an instant. This friendship leads to corruption.
जिना अंदर सच्चे का पाओ नाही, नाम ना करे प्यार, नानक तिनस्यों क्या कीछे दोस्ती, जे आप पुलाए करतार.
They do not fear the true Lord within their hearts, and they do not love the Naam. O Nanak, why become friends with those whom the Creator Lord Himself has misled?
महला तीजा, इक सदा इकते रंग रहे, तिनके हों सद बलिहारे जाओ, तन मन तन अर्पी तिनको, निव निव लागों पाए.
Some remain constantly imbued with the Lord's love. I am forever a sacrifice to them. I dedicate my mind, soul and wealth to them. Bowing low, I fall at their feet.
तिन मिलिया मन संतोखी है, तृष्णा भुख सब जाए, नानक नाम रते सुखिए सदा, सच्चे स्यों लिवलाए.
Meeting them, the soul is satisfied and one's hunger and thirst all depart. O Nanak, those who are attuned to the Naam are happy forever. They lovingly focus their minds on the true Lord.
पौड़ी तिस गुर को हों वारया, जिन हर की हर कथा सुनाई, तिस गुर को सद बलिहार ने, जिन हर सेवा बनत बनाई.
I am a sacrifice to the Guru who recites the sermon of the Lord's teachings. I am forever a sacrifice to the Guru who has led me to serve the Lord.
सो सतगुर प्यारा मेरे नाल है, जिथे किथे मैनू लय छड़ाई, तिस गुर को साबास है, जिन हर सोझी पाई.
That beloved true Guru is always with me. Wherever I may be, he will save me. Most blessed is that Guru who imparts understanding of the Lord.
नानक गुर विटों वारया, जिन हर नाम दिया, मेरे मन की आस पुराई.
O Nanak, I am a sacrifice to the Guru who has given me the Lord's name and fulfilled the desires of my mind. Sant Sujan Singh Ji was born on April 6, 1915 in the village of Kila Raipur district, Ludhiana, Punjab. He got his education up to class 10th from the village school. After passing the matriculation examination, he was on his way to the transport office in Ludhiana to get the driver's license papers. On the way, he met a saint who said, "Bhai, dear brother, this is not what you are meant to do. Go to Sant Amir Singh Ji, who is at Satowali Gali, Taksal of Bhai Mani Singh Ji at Amritsar Sahib." After receiving education from Taksal, Babaji went to Gurdwara Dera Sahib, Lahore, where they performed Katha for 5 years. When Pakistan was formed and he returned to his village, at the request of the villagers, he started the Katha narration of Guru Granth Sahib Ji. In 5 years, they completed Katha narration of Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji. Then in 2 years, they completed Suraj Prakash Katha narration. Babaji was a very high-class player of Gatka. Sant Gurbachan Singh Ji Khalsa Pindrawale took him in the Jatha group and blessed him with the service of Gatka training, martial art. He served in the Jatha till 1956. Many Sikhs arrived in Vancouver from their village, Kila Raipur. They took Babaji to Vancouver, Canada on June 26, 1957. There they served as Granthi Singh at Gurdwara Khalsa Diwan Society, Vancouver. The committee of Gurdwara Sahib, New Westminster, requested Babaji provide them with a Granthi. Babaji invited Bhai Mani Singh Ji to Vancouver. Bhai Mani Singh Ji returned after 3 years of service to Punjab. After the departure of Bhai Mani Singh Ji, Babaji came to the service of Granthi Singh at New Westminster Gurdwara Sahib. They served there till retirement in 1985. We were in the service of Guruji from May 1982 to November 1st, 1987. It was always necessary to be present in the service of Guruji. Every kind of service, body massage, bathing service, clothing service, and all the water and meal services were provided. Serving the sadhu in his physical presence is a very difficult and uphill task, as Maharaj Ji also tells us in Gurbani.
Gur Pira ki chakri, maha kardi sukhsar.
To work for the Guru or a spiritual teacher is terribly difficult, but it brings the most excellent peace.
Nadar kare jis apni, tis laye het pyar.
The Lord casts his glance of grace and inspires love and affection.
Satgur ki seva lagya, paujal tare sansar.
Joined to the service of the true Guru, the mortal being crosses over the terrifying world ocean.
Man chindya phal paisi, antar vivek vichar.
The fruits of the mind's desires are obtained with clear contemplation and discriminating understanding within.
Nanak Satgur milya, prab paiye, sab dukh nivaran har.
O Nanak, meeting the true Guru, God is found. He is eradicator of all sorrow. We'd gone to visit Babaji in 1982. Marriage of his son was arranged for January 1st, 1983. Babaji gave us a wedding card and told us to ensure we attend the wedding. We attended the wedding. At the end of the marriage ceremony, we went to get permission from Babaji, and Babaji told us to stay there. We requested Babaji that we'll come next week. When we visited next week, by the time 4 families were serving there, they were preparing for Babaji's bath. We came out of the room and sat outside. One of the Singhs came and said, "You do the seva, service, Babaji's seva as well." After that, I also joined the seva, service, Babaji's seva. Babaji took bath, got dressed up and sat down. We also sat down in front of Babaji. Babaji told us to do Sangat regularly. We humbly said, "Yes, we'll come regularly." Babaji asked us, "Which day will you come?" We requested, "We'll come on every Saturday." We came back home. We regularly did seva along with Sangat on every Saturday. Sangat used to go home with Babaji after performing Gurdwara Sahib seva, and Babaji sat down and rested. One lady engaged in reading Bani and its narration. After the bath, Babaji and Sangat, the children would perform Kirtan. Then Babaji started Katha narration of Gurbani. After the conclusion of the Divan, we would go to our home in Squamish. This continued till the end of September 1987. Babaji left Panchbhutak, physical body, and went to Sachkhand, heavenly abode, on November 1st, 1987. We no longer had Babaji's Sangat, inspiration, love and guidance. In 1988, a white-dressed dignitary appeared and asked us to recite the Sampat Path. We prayed that, "O Lord, please tell us which Shabad to be recited," but no answer was received. Then we wrote slips and prepared a cauldron of prasad and went to Gurdwara Sahib. There was no one in Gurdwara Sahib. The door was locked. We took the key from the president, opened the door, and went inside Gurdwara Sahib. After opening and closing the door automatically locks up when it is closed, and it can only be opened from the inside and cannot be opened from the outside. We placed the cauldron in the presence of Maharaj Ji and recited Anand Sahib Ji. We placed the paper on the money box and placed the slips on it. I told Pritam Kaur to serve Chaur Sahib and I will do ardas, pray. When the prayer started, a boy who was about 6-7 years old came and stood on my right hand side. The child's head was not covered and his hair cut. After praying, order Hukamnama Sahib was taken. The child sat down on one side. I was astonished that all the doors were locked. Then how did this kid get in? Then Maharaj Ji enlightened me. I understood that Maharaj Ji himself has appeared to help us. I requested the boy that you, Maharaj Ji himself, has come. Please pick up a slip and give it to us. The boy got up, picked up one slip and handed it over to us. We opened the slip and read it to find out what the order is. After taking out deg for the Panch Pyaras, 5 beloveds, I remixed it in the deg and gave the deg to that boy. After that I gave deg to Pritam Kaur. I took the deg myself and started eating it. When we looked towards the boy, he wasn't there. We looked for him all around inside the Gurdwara Sahib, but we didn't find the boy anywhere. Even when we came out, we tried very hard to find him around the Gurdwara Sahib, but we did not see the boy anywhere. After that, we joined the Sangat of Baba Nihal Singh Ji, Hariyan Vela Wale. In February 1989, Baba Ji called us to Hariyan Vela in Punjab. We arrived there on February 4, 1989 and stayed for 2 weeks. We used to be told that everything is ready and we'll give it to you. 2 weeks later, Babaji told us to take bath in the morning and come to Maharaj Ji's Darbar. We both took a bath in the morning and attended the Darbar. Babaji himself stood in front of Maharaj Ji and prayed and took hukum from Maharaj Ji, then took hukum from Dasam Granth. After taking hukum, Babaji went to his room and sent the Sevadar servant to call us there. Babaji said that Maharaj Ji's order had changed. He told us that Maharaj Ji's hukum has changed because you would not be able to fulfill the family and domestic duties. If you wish, we can take hukum again from Maharaj Ji. We requested that hukum of Maharaj Ji is acceptable to us. After taking leave from Babaji, we returned to our home in Canada. We used to keep busy by chanting Sampat Path, Akhand Path, Sahaj Path, Sukhmani Sahib Path, Chaupai Sahib and Mool Mantar. One or another jap was going on all the time. We came up with the idea of starting a series of 6 Akhand Path Sahibs. Then Pritam Kaur advised that it is difficult for us alone to perform this. Let's get Pathis and Sevadars to help us. We talked to 5-6 Sevadar servants from Vancouver. On the day the path was to begin, a rock slide blocked the Vancouver route and the route was closed. The Sevadar servants who were supposed to come could not come. So, in these 13 days, we had to do 6 Akhand Paths by both of us. On the day of the Bhog of the 6th Akhand Path Sahib, the road was opened. The service of these 6 Akhand parts were completed by blessings and help of Maharaj Ji. Occasionally, during the day, I would go to Gurdwara Sahib. It would take about an hour on foot to pay homage to Maharaj Ji at the Squamish Gurdwara Sahib. One day a very strange thing happened. When I was about to enter the Gurdwara Sahib, a voice came and stated, "Come by lying down flat and rub your nose all the way." Obeying the order, I laid down and rubbed my nose and reached Guru Granth Sahib Ji's sanctum. Then I was ordered to do 7 parkarmas around Guru Granth Sahib Ji in the same way. I obeyed the hukum. Rubbing my nose, I performed 7 rounds. This whole process took a long time, and during that time, nobody came to the Gurdwara Sahib. We travelled to all the shrines and temples in India and Pakistan in April 1995 and visited Sri Hemkund Sahib Ji in 2006. From August 1996 to July 2006, we used to visit the Sangat of Sant Baba Swaran Singh Ji of Phagwara, Punjab. He used to come to Vancouver, Canada every year. The Sangat of Sant Baba Sadhu Singh Ji, Sant Ashram Ishar Pawan, Chahar Sahib, was started in his childhood when he was appointed as a teacher in a primary school in our village Jalwana. When Babaji came to Vancouver in 1998, and whenever he came to Vancouver, he always blessed us with their pious Sangat. Babaji no longer travels abroad due to old age. Now we get their blessings and guidance by telephone. I retired from the railway service on November 3rd, 2000. We moved to Surrey, BC on July 31st, 2001 and started living there in a new house we built. One night in 2012, Baba Deep Singh Ji came to me in a dream and ordered us to prepare and have Amrit nectar for 40 days. We were to recite the 5 banis and put the patasa, sugar bubbles, in the water, move around the khanda and prepare the nectar and drink it every day for 40 days. We took turns reciting, and the other person used to wield the khanda in the bowl. The bowl contained 2 glasses of water and patasa, sugar bubbles. We both drank a glass of Amrit nectar. In this way, we prepared and drank Amrit for 40 days. On October 27, 2013, during the devotional perfection and reunion ceremony, all spiritual souls were gathered. Our Guruji, Sant Baba Sujan Singh Ji, was very much applauded and showered with flowers. When a person is on this path of Bandagi, worship, is accepted, then their soul is absorbed in God, and all heavenly bodies are aware of this. On August 23rd, 2015, Lakta, self-renunciation of your Swarup, means moving to your pure self, Swarup, soul. When the impure surti of the mind becomes completely pure, then the Jagyasu, curious, becomes the awareness of the true pure self-consciousness. On October 9th, 2015, Sant Baba Sujan Singh Ji prayed to Akal Purakh Vaheguru Ji that your Sevak is present. Please embrace your Sevak at your feet. On October 28th, 2015, having some drishti, to see everything as one, everything looks the same and becomes one. Nothing looks different, everything becomes the same. As a drop of water is absorbed in the ocean, the separate entity disappears. On November 13th, 2015, I achieved the walk through infinity. The Jagyasu, curious, whose devotion is completed, is taken on a tour of the entire universe. Every day in 365 days, anyone whose Bandagi worship is completed is taken by his Guru to the infinite. Babaji took me to all over the universe. On March 3rd, 2016, I was given respect from all of the great saints from all over the universe. They gave me a robe, greeted me and adorned me with garlands. They all were very happy. On July 24th, 2016, my Guru Baba Sajan Singh Ji ordered that whatever body, mind, money you have, give it to me. I joined my hands respectfully and requested that I surrender everything that I have to you. Please accept and bless me. On January 13th, 2017, I was going to a higher place. A voice came to me from behind, said, "Jarnail Singh." I looked back and saw a very giant body sitting cross-legged in a very big pool of liquid. I didn't know if there was water or blood in the pool of liquid. He called, "Jarnail Singh," again to ensure that I'm really Jarnail Singh. Again he said, "Jarnail Singh." I replied, "Yes, that is me, sir." He stated, "I asked you 3 times because I wanted to bathe you with my own blood." He ordered me to sit down and bathed me with his blood using a large bucket. After bathing me, he disappeared. My whole body was sticky. There I see a faucet, and I thought about taking a bath at that faucet. Just then, I heard a voice warning me not to do this. Then I did not take a bath and got rest. On February 20th, 2017, Baba Meher Singh Ji, Nanak Sahib said, "Join us and chant Naam to mankind." I replied that it is difficult. Then he said, "Have one Sikh to hand out prasad to people," but I declined again, saying that I will not be able to fulfill this service. On March 16th, 2017, 2 young men came to Baba Sajan Singh Ji and gave him a message. I don't know what they said. Babaji told them that he has become Akal Sarup, Timeless One. I said the credit for this goes to my wife. My wife, Bibi Pritam Kaur, has made a great contribution to achieve this status where I am today. This is all due to her great hard work and relentless commitment. On January 5th, 2019, I started Jap and completed with Bhog on February 13th, 2019. On January 29th, 2019, Maharaj Ji bestowed great love upon me and allowed me to sit at their feet and bless the service to wash the feet. On February 4th, 2019, I understood the enormity of the Almighty. Guruji showed me a tree and asked if I recognized it. I replied no. They told me that I had meditated here for a very long time, of 1 million years. I stayed there in my own awareness for many years. There was only me, and there was nothing else than me. I miss Guru Seva there, so I was not happy there. I requested Baba Ram Singh Ji of That Nanak Sahib Singla, Haryana, India, that I'm sitting here idle. Nothing is here to do. I do not like here. What should I do? He told me that it was not the custom of the Gursikhs to stay here. After reaching here, you should come back. You should come back and sit at the feet of Guruji and praise and serve Guruji till the end of this life. Obeying the order, I came down and sat in the Guru's feet and began to worship, serve and praise the Guru. One day a voice came to me saying that everything that was emptied while going up cannot remain empty, it has to be filled. I requested that I do not know anything, you fill it as you wish. Jap started on February 27th, 2019 and completed with Bhog on April 6th, 2019. On March 11, 2019, when I was sitting in Simran, standing on my left-hand side was Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, Baba Sujan Singh Ji, Baba Ishar Singh Ji, Rada Sahib Wale, Sant Baba Atar Singh Ji, Mastuana Sahib Wale, Baba Swaran Singh Ji, Pagwada Wale, whereas they usually stood in front of me every day. Then through a 2-inch thick, 10-inch wide belt from the front started pouring pink-colored soil, mitti. It started pouring into me for 1.5 hours. On March 12, 2019, Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, Baba Sujan Singh Ji, Baba Ishar Singh Ji, Rada Sahib Wale, Baba Atar Singh Ji, Mastuana Sahib Wale, Baba Swaran Singh Ji, Pagwada Wale, all 5 took the form of a seed and sowed this seed in the soil. Then the 10th Guru Sahib Ji picked up everything and put it inside their own body. Then on the 38th day, I humbly requested Maharaj Ji to sit in front of me so that I can serve your feet. Maharaj Ji said, "We are inside and outside of you. Tell me what more would you like?" I requested Maharaj Ji, "I feel lost without sitting at your feet. Bless me with the seva, service of your pious feet." On May 25th, 2019, Maharaj Ji blessed me with the seva, service, to carry them on our shoulders with 3 other sevadars on a cot from Machivada Sahib to Alamgir Sahib. The service lasted 4 days. On the 5th day, the whole family, armed with full armor, came in the full splendor of Jaho Jalal, rank of riches, and came along with Panch Pyare, 40 Muktas, and other martyrs, Baba Deep Singh Ji and other Sikhs. They ordered to take us around here only. They blessed me with, "Your sevas accepted and we are happy with you and we will no longer visit." About 4 months later, the seed sprouted and a tree began to spread in the sky. The trunk, branches and leaves of this tree are all white-colored. This tree is spreading all over the world. All the incarnations, gods, saints, prophets, etc. of the world are sitting under this tree. Maharaj Ji seated about 25 to 30 Peer Paigambar prophets under this tree. This tree is flourishing and spreading cool blessings upon humanity. When I was sitting in Simran, then 10 masters and great men would come from time to time. One day, the 9th Badshah, Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji, ordered me to come to Gurdwara Shishganj Sahib and do jap there. Following the order, I started Simran at Gurdwara Shishganj Sahib, Delhi from May 26th, 2020. Jap started at Delhi Gurdwara Shishganj Sahib, where Shahidi Thada, martyr place, is. Sant Baba Sujan Singh Ji used to sit on the platform. I used to sit in front of him and chant Gurbani. In the first row, Baba Nand Singh Ji, Baba Khem Singh Ji, Baba Ishar Singh Ji, Baba Miha Singh Ji. In the second row, Baba Mahaharnam Singh Ji, Baba Atar Singh Ji of Mastuana Sahib, Baba Ishar Singh Ji of Rada Sahib. Then 10 Gurus and Mata Sahib Kaur Ji were above them. Then fairies shower flowers upon us. There were martyrs, guards around Gurdwara Sahib. First jap from April 13th, 2020 to May 22nd, 2020. Second jap from May 26, 2020 to July 4, 2020. Third jap from July 5, 2020 to August 13, 2020. Fourth jap from August 19, 2020 to September 27, 2020. Fifth jap from October 1, 2020 to November 9, 2020. During the fifth jap recitation on October 20, 2020, all the great souls talked amongst themselves that a higher soul must be martyred. I gave my consent for martyrdom. They told me that you cannot be martyred because no one knows you. The martyr should be a well-known, devoted soul. The sixth jap started on November 16th, 2020. After starting jap, they told that now we will come on 1st December. They came on December 1st and said, we will not come now, and you go back. This jap ended on December 26, 2020. The seventh jap started on January 5th, 2021 at Gurdwara Shishkan Sahib and completed with Bhog on February 13th, 2021. Sant Baba Sujan Singh Ji sits on the platform. I sit in front of them and do jap. In the front row, Baba Nand Singh Ji, Baba Ram Singh Ji, Baba Ishar Singh Ji, Baba Miha Singh Ji. In the second row, Baba Mahaharnam Singh Ji, Baba Khem Singh Ji, Baba Atar Singh Ji, Mastuana Sahib Wale, Baba Ishar Singh Ji, Rada Sahib Wale. In the third row, Baba Swaran Singh Ji, Baba Nihal Singh Ji, Baba Sadhu Singh Ji. Then 10 Gurus above all, Mata Sahib Kaur Ji, Baba Deep Singh Ji, Baba Banda Singh Bahadur Ji, Bhai Mani Singh Ji, Bhai Taru Singh Ji, Bhai Maha Singh Ji, and all other Shaheed Singhs are on guard. Out of the skies the fairies showered flowers. Another strange thing was that the whole universe used to sit and chant with me. The eighth jap started on February 27th, 2021 and completed with Bhog on April 7th, 2021. The procedure of this 40 days jap was different from the earlier japs. To start, I go to Gurdwara Shishkan Sahib at 12:37. Guru Nanak Sahib Ji, Mata Sahib Kaur Ji, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji and Baba Sujan Singh Ji blessed me from the sky. I greet them in the sky and take permission from them to sit at their feet. Then would get down, take flowers from the flower shop, wash feet in Charan Ganga and go upstairs. Sant Baba Ishar Singh Ji from Rana Sahib stands at the top of the steps. I bow to greet him and go to Prakash Asthan and bow down there. At that time, Baba Nand Singh Ji, Nanak Sahib would do Chaur Sahib Seva. After bowing to Maharaj Ji, I go to rear left corner of the Darbar where the bed of the 9th Padshah Ji is. Near steps of Shidi platform, Baba Atar Singh Ji of Mastuana Sahib used to stand there. I bow down to them. At Martyrdom Place, Baba Sujan Singh Ji used to sit on the platform. Behind him is Baba Nand Singh Ji, Nanak Sahib Ji, Baba Miha Singh Ji, on the left and Baba Ishar Singh Ji on the right. Behind them, Baba Maha Harnam Singh Ji. His left hand, Baba Ishar Singh Ji of Rara Sahib. On his right hand, Baba Atar Singh Ji of Mastwana Sahib. Behind them, Baba Swaran Singh Ji of Agwara, Baba Nihal Singh Ji of Hariya Vela, and Baba Sadhu Singh Chahar Sahib Wale. The Guru Granth Sahib Ji adorned between the 10 masters. At the top is Mata Sahib Kaur Ji, Baba Banda Singh Bahadur Ji, Pai Mani Singh Ji, Pai Sati Das Ji, Pai Dyalda Ji, etc. Guard Gurdwara Sahib. After greeting all and taking permission from them, the whole creation was invited to praise Akal Purakh Vaheguru Ji, because Maharaj Ji ordered to take whole humanity along. Jap starts after Ardas. At the time, Maharaj Ji used to make everything disappear for a while. Everything became shapeless. Then after a while, everything would come into shape and the chanting would start. This 40-day jap was completed on April 7th, 2021. 5 Akhand Path Sahib with Japji Sahib conducted by Gurdwara Sant Ashram Ishar Pavan as per the following mentioned dates. 1. Beginning April 22nd, 2021, completion April 24th, 2021. Beginning May 2nd, 2021, completion May 4th, 2021. Beginning May 4, 2021, completion May 6, 2021. Beginning May 10, 2021, completion May 12, 2021. Beginning May 12, 2021, completion May 14, 2021. After these paths, with Maharaj Ji's blessing, started Jap Samagams, detail of which is as follows. First Jap Samagam from May 24th, 2021 to July 2nd, 2021. I myself did one Sahaj Path. I recited 160 verses of Sukhmani Sahib. Gurdwara Ekonkar Ashram, That Nanak Sahib Singla Karnal. Akhand Jap with Shabad Sampat Path along with Japji Sahib was started on June 15, 2021 and Bhog on June 21, 2021. Akhand Path Sahib done from June 21, 2021 to June 23rd, 2021. Seva was sent for this job. Dera Rumi Bacho Kala at Pakka That. Tuk Tuk Maha Sampat Path. Started from June 5, 2021 and ended on June 25, 2021. Seva was sent for this job. Second Jap Samagam from July 8th, 2021 to August 16th, 2021. Did one Sahaj Path myself. I recited 160 verses of Sukhmani Sahib. Gurdwara Ekonkar Ashram, That Nanak Sahib Singla Karnal. Shabad Sampat Path along with Japji Sahib started on August 2nd, 2021 and Bhog on August 8th, 2021. One Akhand Path Sahib from August 12th, 2021 to August 14th, 2021. Seva was sent for this job. Sampat Path on Tuk Tuk Maha Sampat Path was started on July 19th, 2021 and Bhog on August 8th, 2021. This recitation was performed by Dera Rumi Sahib at Hazur Sahib. Seva was sent for this job. Third Jap Samagam from August 22nd, 2021 to September 30th, 2021. Did one Sahaj Path myself. I recited 160 verses of Sukhmani Sahib. Shabad Sampat Path along with Japji Sahib started on August 26th, 2021 and Pog on September 1st, 2021 at Gurdwara Sahib Ek Onkar, Ashram, Nanak Sahib, Singla, Karnal. One Akhand Path Sahib started on September 25th, 2021 and Pog on September 7th, 2021. Seva was sent for this job. Tuk Tuk Maha Sampat Path started on August 9, 2021 and Pog August 29th, 2021. This recitation was performed by Dera Rumi Sahib at Huzur Sahib. Seva was sent for this job. Fourth Jap Samakam from 1st October 2021 to 9th November 2021. I did one Sahaj Path myself, recited 160 verses of Sukhmani Sahib, Shabad Sampat Path, along with Japji Sahib, done at Gurdwara Ek Onkar Ashram, Tat Nanak Sahib, Singla, Karnal, started on October 8th, 2021 and Pog was performed on October 14th, 2021. One Akhand Path Sahib started on October 15th, 2021 and Pog on October 17th, 2021. Seva sent for this job. Tuk Tuk Maha Sampat Path started on September 4th, 2021 and Pog on September 25th, 2021. This recitation was performed by Dera Rumi Sahib That at Jail, Himachal Pradesh. Seva sent for this job. Fifth Jap Samakam November 16th, 2021 to December 26th, 2021. I did one Sahaj Path myself. I recited 160 verses of Sukhmani Sahib. Gurdwara Ek Onkar Ashram Tat Nanak Sahib, Singla, Karnal, Shabad Sampat Path along with Japji Sahib began on December 8th, 2021 and Pog on December 14th, 2021. Akhand Jap started on December 14th, 2021 and Pog on December 16th, 2021. Seva was sent for this job. Tuk Tuk Maha Sampat Path started on October 19th, 2021 and Pog on November 11th, 2021. This recitation was done by Dera Rumi Sahib at Auda Nagnath, Higoli, Maharashtra. Seva was sent for this job. Sixth Jap Samakam from January 5, 2022 to February 13, 2022. I did one Sahaj Path myself. I recited 160 verses of Sukhmani Sahib. Gurdwara Ek Onkar Ashram Tat Nanak Sahib, Singla, Karnal. Shabad Sampat Path along with Japji Sahib started on February 3rd, 2022. Pog on February 10th, 2022. Akhand Path Sahib started on February 10th, 2022 and Pog on February 12th, 2022. Seva was sent for this job. A series of 15 Akhand Path along with Japji Sahib was started on January 14th, 2022 at Gurdwara Sant Ashram Ishar Pavan, Chahar Sahib and ended on February 13th, 2022. Seva was sent for this job. Tuk Tuk Maha Sampat Path started on January 14th, 2022 and Pog on February 3rd, 2022. This recitation was done by Dera Rumi Sahib. Seva was sent for this job. The above worship Bandagi performed with grace of Maharaj Ji up till February 13th, 2022. Bandagi during the remaining time of my life will be done as per Maharaj Ji's blessing, kindness and help.
कबीर, ना हम किया ना करेंगे, ना कर सके शरीर.
Kabir, I've not done anything. I shall not do anything. My body cannot do anything.
क्या जानो किछ हर किया, पयो कबीर कबीर. क्या जानो किछ हर किया, पयो कबीर कबीर.
I do not know what the Lord has done, but the call has gone out. Kabir, Kabir.
कबीर, मेरा मुझ में किछ नहीं, जो किछ है सो तेरा. तेरा तुझको सौंपते, क्या लागे मेरा.
Kabir, nothing is mine within myself. Whatever there is yours, O Lord. If I surrender to you what is already yours, what does it cost me?
गौड़ी महला पंजवा. अपने सेवक को आप सहाई, नित प्रतिपारै बाप जैसे माई.
The Lord Himself is the help and support of His servants. He always cherishes them like their father and mother.
प्रभ की शरण उबरै सब कोय, करन करावन पूरन सच सोय. रहाओ.
In God's sanctuary, everyone is saved. That perfect, true Lord is the doer, the cause of causes. Pause.
अब मन बसया करने हारा, पह बिन से आत्म सुख सारा.
My mind now dwells in the Creator Lord. My fears have been dispelled and my soul has found the true sublime peace.
कर कृपा अपने जन राखे, जन्म जन्म के किल बिख लाथे.
The Lord has granted His grace and saved His humble servant. The sinful mistakes of so many incarnations have been washed away.
कह न जाए प्रभ की वड्याई, नानक दास सदा सरनाई.
The greatness of God cannot be described. Servant Nanak is forever in His sanctuary. Request. Note from Gurmail Singh Taliwal. Whenever Bhai Jarnail Singh Ji and I visit, we always talk about how they do meditation. We discuss every step in detail. It is not possible to fully describe a perfect and complete devotional soul. But details shared here are in effort. So any inquisitive person can benefit from the mode of doing worship, bandagi, dedication to hard work and knowing the secrets and reaping the benefits. Please forgive me for the mistakes. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Dasan Das, Gurmail Singh Taliwal, Village, Jalwana. Presently living in Surrey, BC, Canada.